Hello everyone! Today I'm here to review chapter 130 of My Hero Academia, titled Listen to the Real Truth. So this chapter starts off with Sir Night-Eye and Bubble Girl, I believe, checking out Overhaul's base. And they get a call from Togata and Izuku, and basically they relay the information that they learned from last chapter about Overhaul, that they bumped into him. He gives off a, big aura of danger, and apparently he has a daughter. And Izuku brings up how, the daughter had markings and injuries all over her, and how he wanted to save her. And Night-Eye, it just gets all up on Izuku's shit, like, how arrogant do you think you are? You're nowhere near strong enough to save everyone in need. You're a failure. Because, Night-Eye wants Togata to have one for all. He does not like Izuku at all, really. His whole goal when having Izuku join his organization on his internship is to make Izuku get to the point where he wants to give up being a hero. And of course, as Izuku narrates, the first day of his internship ends in a flash. So, we get to the next day at school, and we see Bakugo and Todoroki at their friggin' remedial exams for failing the provisional license exam get the shit beat out of him. And Ida comes up, and they mention that Tsuyu and Araka have an authorized absence. So honestly, that's kind of interesting. They usually, I don't think they've brought up something like that before. So I have a feeling that at some point we're going to learn something new about Araka and Tsuyu. That'll be cool. So everyone's like ganging up on Izuku, and they're trying to ask him like, oh yeah, how was your internship? Sounds cool, right? Did you find any heroes with super erotic costumes? Stuff like that. And Izuku just kind of doesn't give any responses, and he states, well, he doesn't say, we see here that Izuku was kind of off his game the whole rest of the day. He couldn't pay attention, he was failing at easy things he should get past, and the reason why is because his mind's on other things. So Izuku was just like, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. So he tries going out to look for All Might, and Midnight tells him that he's off exercising. And so we get to see All Might looking fleek as fuck, brand new goddamn, tracksuit. And Izuku, chased him all the way down here. And so Izuku asks All Might, about, the stuff about, basically stuff about Togata and Night-Eye, and that All Might know all this. And All Might states that, yes, I did. There was just no need to tell you. And of course, Izuku is just like, of course there was a need to tell me. I'm your freaking disciple. I gotta know this shit. I gotta know who knows about One For All. Who else did you think, deserved it? Why you picked me? Everything. All Might, decides, sure, I'll tell you, Izuku, but you better not regret it after I tell you. So, we learn that apparently, Night-Eye obviously, partnered up with All Might and became his sidekick for about 5 years. He didn't have any real physical strength, but obviously his quirk and his mental abilities were great enough for him to be a perfect teammate for All Might. And of course, as we know, All Might, got into a fight with All For One. And in this fight, he thought he killed All For One, but in the process, All For One put irreparable damages on him. And we learn that Night-Eye was actually wanted to force All Might to retire. All Might can't keep going like this. We see All Might here, and he's all beat up and bloodied and just looks sad. Obviously, there's a point before he got his scrawny form that we all know now, but obviously after, he's not as muscular as All Might should be. As Night-Eye states, there's no way you could smile, like this. So, Night-Eye's just trying to convince All Might to retire, but All Might's like, while I'm retired, who's gonna save the people out there? And Night-Eye's like, I understand the symbol of peace is an important thing in the world, but you can't do this anymore. You're gonna, you can't keep it up. There are other heroes that can handle this. And All Might's just like, no, the world needs its symbol. There are just things that I must do that no other hero can. And you know, Night Eye, as he gets more and more persistent, All Might realizes, so, you know, Night Eye, you looked at me, right? And you know, Night Eye's quirk, the whole point of it is that, you know, when he looks at someone, or I think it's like when he makes eye contact with someone, he can see into their future. And so Night Eye states that he saw into All Might's future, and if All Might keeps going, if he doesn't stop, you know, because of his injuries, he'll meet a demise, one so great that, you know, that he can't even put into words. And of course, All Might, you know, he believed this. He 100% knew that he'd meet a fate probably worse than death, but he didn't care. You know, he was going to continue being a symbol until he found his successor. So, you know, he met, and of course, you know, Izuku for a long time thought that there was something special about him. That's why All Might picked him. And as All Might reveals, Nedzu, the principal, he recommended Togata, and All Might states that I just happened to meet you, Midoriya, before I met Togata. And of course, Izuku, you know, All Might apologizes to Izuku for keeping all this a secret. And Izuku, you know, the chapter ends with Izuku just giving this look, a look of just sorrow, probably because not only does he now know that it was just pure dumb luck that he got one for all, but he also now knows about this whole, you know, meet my demise things. All Might is pretty much guaranteed to die. You know, ever since the beginning of the series, you know, Anime Logic 101, mentor characters usually do die, or at least come close to it. So ever since the beginning of the series, we all thought All Might was going to die, but we all thought it was going to be in a fight. But after All Might had an amazing fight with All For One, and didn't die during that fight, he just lost his powers, you know, personally, I started thinking, oh, this death flag was kind of averted. And then, you know, a while ago, we had that chapter where All Might met up for All For One, and, you know, they talked with each other. And, you know, All Might's just like, you know, I'm not going to let Shigaraki kill Izuku, and I'm not going to let Shigaraki kill me. You know, we're going to make it out together because I'm the symbol of peace. I will not fail. And, you know, that was kind of a death flag, but you could also kind of see it as a type of aversion. Like, you know, I mean, yeah, Shigaraki wants All Might dead, and so does so many other villains, but he's powerless. Generally, he's around a ton of heroes at UA. He's never usually on his own like he is in this chapter, just kind of out and about exercising. So you're maybe kind of like, oh yeah, maybe they won't die. You know, All Might's kind of a non-threat, so maybe Shigaraki will, you know, go off somewhere else, have different plans. But this chapter pretty much 100% confirms it. We don't know when, and we don't know how, but at some point, All Might will die. Personally, I don't think All Might, you know, because of his depowered state, he's not going to have the hero's death like so many other characters in series have had, like Jiraiya in Naruto or Whitebeard in One Piece. You know, in my opinion, All Might's death is going to be a lot more sad and probably a lot more pathetic, which is, you know, which saddens me because All Might's my favorite character in My Hero, you know, right alongside Izuku. So personally, how I believe All Might's going to go is, because, you know, we have this whole thing of there being a traitor in the school, and it's either a student or a teacher. Personally, I'm still to believe that there's two traitors, you know, two spies, and it's going to be one student and one teacher. Personally, how I think it's going to happen is that I think that student who's a spy for the villain alliance, he's probably going to be the one to, if not the one to, you know, land the killing blow, he's going to be the one to put All Might in a situation in which Shigaraki can kill him. Oh, and if you just want to know who I think the traitor is, well, I'm just saying, who's the one person in Class 1A who could always be around and you never know? Well, that's it for today, guys. You know, My Hero Academia is going to be a lot more interesting with this, because, you know, we've got this Onslaught arc, and last chapter, Onslaught is apparently going to form a partnership with Tomita. So this next arc could be fucking intense. Who knows? If this next arc does turn out to be just like a flat-out super mega brawl like between heroes and villains, you know, Night Eye's team, and, you know, Onslaught's Yakuza, and the Villain Alliance, and obviously the Villain Alliance is involved. Other heroes like Endeavor's gonna get up in here. Maybe All Might go, you know, pretty soon. But you know, that's the end, guys. Base Alama 3 signing out. Plus Ultra.